Hey Amanda, so I installed and configured the biography. So now when we go to the Dothan School website, there's a link for biography for everybody. I can make this something that you can toggle on and off for individuals, or we can just leave the biographies here, and then when you click on biography, it basically, if it's blank, it's just blank. I threw some sample content in yours. You can click on the name or biography. It takes you to the same page. So there's a sample biography here, and I just did that as a photo. And then return to directory is right there. So I wanted to show you how this is done. And this is done differently on Dothan than it is on any other site. And the reason we did that is because I accidentally deleted all of his users that he had entered in by hand, and I told him if he could give me a spreadsheet, I'd figure out how to upload a spreadsheet. So I took that as a challenge to figure out how to do a user directory that you can upload just through a CSV spreadsheet. So what I did is there's actually two modules that I needed to use. So I used front-end user management, and the front-end user management is the module that you use to give people access to the front end of the website. So if you wanted to have a page with documents or videos or whatever that you just wanted some people to have access to, or maybe it was a kindergarten class and you wanted to give parents just access to it, or lock down a page and have a secure page, this is the module you would use. There's also ways of posting news articles and that sort of stuff from the front end without ever having to access the back end. So it's a very popular, it's a pretty core pretty popular module for CMS Made Simple. And what you can do is you can create just the variables here. So these are the user properties. So it's just email, first name, last name, phone number, biography, and role. That was always there, but then you have to create different groups. So I created administrators, teachers, and staff. And then when you click on the groups, you can tell the system which variables to use for which group. So what was happening, the reason I wasn't seeing biography is I actually had this turned off. So I did it as optional. And then I also identified first name, last name, and email in the ask and lost username field. So people forget their username. If they were using the front end of the website, if they forgot their username, they could enter that information in and they would get an email. So that's actually how you add users. So again, I'm going to click on front-end user management. And if you wanted to add a user, you simply go to users, and then at the very bottom of all the users, you click add user. And you put in their email address, password again, choose their role, and then you click next. And it's going to ask you for the other information. So it's actually, I'll just put in, let's see, and they'll name, oh boy, it's getting picky. Alright, let's see. So you put in the email address, password again, when their username expires, and then their role. You toggle their role, click next, and then it'll ask for the phone number. So you have to do their email again. First name, last name, phone number, and then this is where you do the biography. And when I did the photo, I simply just added a photo that already existed in the system. So I just went down to here and I just grabbed a quick thumbnail. So you can do a photo. People could embed a video of themselves if they want to do a little video greeting, which would be pretty cool. Video greeting of their classroom, whatever they wanted to do. Multiple photos, photo gallery they could even do, whatever they want to do there. And then the role we actually type in. So instead of in the other systems, they choose a role, kindergarten, first grade, whatever. Here you can put whatever role you want, and you type that in. It's actually a better system. I probably would use this in the future. Particularly because, like I said before, it allows you to upload from a CSV file. So if I went to admin, I can import users through a CSV file. So, and the easiest way of doing that, just so you know, in the future, is to just get your users and everything set up, create some users, or just create one bogus user and actually export that one bogus user to a spreadsheet, and then copy and paste the fields into that spreadsheet that was just created. That's what I did, and that way you have the same spreadsheet. You make sure that you meet all of these requirements. But once you do it, it uploaded really quickly and easily, which is great. So that's how you add users, but there's a different module that we use to actually display them, and that is under extensions, and it's CalGuy's user directory. CalGuy is one of the main developers for CMS Made Simple. So CalGuy's user directory, and this determines what, this actually pulls the information and displays it on the page. So you've got your the summary view, which is what we see on the directory. That's actually that is the directory. So I just called it bio. That's the new one I created, the new template I created. And you can search by last name, which is, I think, pretty convenient. I mean, most people looking for a teacher are going to search by their last name. So if I wanted to find you, just click on the P, and then all the P's will come up. So that's the summary view. And then the detail view here, the new bio one, is the one I developed here. So that's basically how it goes. Your specific question was, how do you add a biography, which was, you go back to users and groups, front-end user management. You click on the name of the teacher. You go to users, click on the name of the teacher who you want to add a bio to, and you don't need to put a password in here. This should all be automatically filled. You just click next, and then the bio field will be there for you to add information to. If somebody doesn't like the way what their role says or how specific it is, you can change that. But this role came directly from the spreadsheet that was given to me by Rick. So that's that. Hope that works out well for you. Let me know if you like the way it looks, or if you want me to modify it, or whatever you need me to do. Talk to you soon.